Hi everyone, Cole here, and I'm about to give you a little bit more information on what's going on with the fuse box in your vehicle. So, this is from an early 2000s Jeep Grand Cherokee. The vehicle is going to be scrapped, so I chopped it out to make this little video. Now, you'll generally have one in the engine compartment of a vehicle, and there will often be one located within the cabin of the vehicle. It could be in the center console, around the glove box area, driver kick panel, passenger kick panel, underneath the steering wheel. It really goes by the make of the vehicle, and you can look in your owner's manual to find out where it could be, and if you don't have that, do a quick internet search, you'll be able to find it. So this one, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to show you. Here is the diagram for this one. We've got our relays over here, some fuses. Now this diagram, it'll actually tell you what it's doing and what size fuse to use, so that's really handy. Sometimes they won't be labeled on the lid of the fuse box. Sometimes they'll be on the top, sometimes they'll be in the owner's manual. And again, if you don't have that, internet search fuse box diagram for your vehicle make and model, you should be able to get. So, basic component we got down here is the fuse. And this little guy, he's pretty awesome. He'll sacrifice himself to protect your wiring and your components. Because if something happens where there's too much power being sent to that circuit, this guy's going to go first. Now this one is a 20 amp fuse, yellow. Now these guys, they have a bunch of different sizes and how much amperage they can withstand. And the amperages will be color coded, so like over here, 10 is red, 15 is blue, if you can see that. And again, they go so they can protect your wiring and your components. So don't overpower these. If you put like a 30 amp and a 20 amp, that could actually cause so much heat in the wiring that it could set your car on fire. We don't want that. So he's an awesome little guy. Protects your car. Here we have another fuse. Now this one has they hold a little bit more current. The one of the things I like about these is you can actually see it from the top to see if it's okay. That copper in there is doing the same thing. Too much current, boom, it pops. You're not gonna be able to use that circuit, but hey, we know there's an issue and it didn't get too far out. But whenever you're checking these, you're either gonna have to use a test light and probe these two little prongs at the top, or you'll have to take it out and do a visual test, which if you don't have pliers nearby or something, can get a little difficult. But again, you can just look at the top of these, boom, done. Alright, so now over here we have our relays. These guys are actually pretty cool to me. Now I'm going to show you one that doesn't have the cap on it. Yeah, looks pretty interesting, doesn't it? So I've got a little paper here for a diagram of what the basic relay is. So what we've got over here is the coil, and that's the control side. This is the load side. This is actually what it's going to be activating. Now, they do it this way so the control side can run throughout the car using smaller gauge wire, so you're not using larger gauge for the load wire all throughout your car. It saves weight, saves cost to manufacture. It seems a little bit more complicated, but it's more efficient. So what this coil does is whenever it gets powered by the control power, it actually creates a small electromagnetic field that closes the switch and activates the load side. So that's actually pretty cool. And if you see there, it's kind of hard to see here, but that shiny bit there, that is actually the switch. And whenever this gets powered, it pulls the switch up and closes the circuit. Now, I've got another one here that... This one actually has a wiring diagram on the cap. That's a little helpful. I mean, obviously by design, you can't cross these, you can't put it upside down or whatever. So this one has 85 to 86. That is again control the coil side. And 87A is 1 point for the load side, 87 is another point for the load side, and 30 is actually the switch. I looked up another wiring diagram for this particular relay. I know it doesn't make it very easily read on this one, but 30 is actually the switch that goes from 87A to 87 to close whenever being affected by the control side. And one of the cool things about having the fuse box pulled out is you can see all of the wires and everything that's going into it. I mean, all of that is controlled, well, saved and somewhat controlled by the relays and the fuses in there. All those wires. You can see how they all go into those pins and all route through. And that's all I've got for you tonight. Hope you enjoyed. Maybe you learned something. It's me signing out.